You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, everybody, corner.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, 45 to mine. You can't block me.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shift. Hey. Fight.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Watch the twist. Hey, switch gears. You draw quarter. Whip. Hard. Go. Win the rep. Let's go. Right up.
Freeman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Yeah. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Leo. Check out Reed. Let's go.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Elliott. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Kill. 27. Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Come on. He's not going to get me.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Slip. We're going to 54. Right in.
Prescott yet again. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Under 10.
They'll try to right side with Elliott. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Say we're going to 52. Check.
Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. It was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. 80 weapon. Kill. Check 43. Check. Roll out. Crunch. Now. Hit it.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check 99. Check 99. Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
On 2nd down now. It's Green. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Smith.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go. Let go.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell, this one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's checking.
Rock it. Go. Ready.
On first down, Freeman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
No. Slam.
Hey, Sam off. Snap.
Running right, this is Freeman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
25. Check 25. Check 25. There. Shoot.
Now again, right side. It's Freeman, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
General West.
Back.
Fight.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 44 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check 26.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Here we go. Wide angle.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here we go. Going to 53.
45. What's more? Mike, 45. Wild Bill.
26.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here we go. Wide angle.
Come on. Tight end right. Tight end right. Out. 3 down. 3 down.
Here we go. Going to 53. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Switch. Check nickel.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Here we go.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Out.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. X3, 218, chopper.
Big game.
Yep.
Dash. Go now.
Go.
Here's Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
No. Look. Squeeze. Yes.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, high 7.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hard.
I'm coming. 36, 36.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Come on.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Leo. Get it.
Back to throw. O'Donnell. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
He wasn't ready. Let's go.
Go ahead, Go to 54. Go to 54.
Watch the back.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's going to throw one up for... And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own
down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 37. Check 37.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
King. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up.
SOS. Look at me. Door.
Hey, alert 3.
Ready.
Now a give, right side. Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Set. 50. Plant.
54. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 5-4. Now watch one. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All day.
Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. O'Donnell, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mike's 42.
10th carry now for Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
70, Indy. Gone.
Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill. Turn.
5.
Freeman again, a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Squeeze, double. 49.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight. Freeman. 20. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Elliott running right. Shifts past him. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go. Slide in. Oh, here we go. Oh. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Slide in. 22. You. 26.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Falcons 20-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in. 42. Check. Mike 42. Check tight. 26.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check 45. Here we go, D. 26.
First down, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Kill. 27. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Rush in. Kill. We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. We got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch twins. Watch twins. Drop, rock it, rock it. Hit it.
Freeman again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check, check, check. Hey! Get him, you got him. Get it.
Now it's Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let him know, let him know. 6-6, pull it high. Show it up. Switch, switch, switch. Check 24, check 24. Hey, Sam off. Yo, 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 go.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Go, go. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A first down carry by Elliott. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bring it. Bring it.
They go to Elliott again. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Shift. Hey, lock it.
Watch the twins.
Hey, Alpha. Hey. Snap.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Powers through. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
26 Mike. Rip left. 26 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You're not ready. Hey, switch gears. Check nine.
Look, squeeze. Bravo.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Tight dog. Greystone, travel.
Check your hot read. Watch the safety creep.
Bang. Hard.
Bang.
Go.
Banjo.
Fire.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
This is Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
I know you felt that one.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We're going to 54. Mike 42. Mike 42. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 42 to Mike, boys. Hayward. 42 to Mike. 6. 26. Check girls. Check girls. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Falcons 21.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
26 Mike. All day, dog. Let's go.
From the gun, O'Donnell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. We own them. We own them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. O'Donnell, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.